today I'm joined by Grant, and it is your first time on the channel?
It is.
It is, and you've driven quite a way to get down here. I think you've come down as part of work and you stayed over in Tamworth?
Yes. I'm from Kent, so I've driven up,
Yeah.
staying overnight for work.
Yeah, nice. So we've managed to arrange it just so that you could jump on the channel and get a battle report in. And you are part of a podcast called the Throwin Dice Podcast.
I am, yeah.
And what do you guys do on that?
So we're a general tabletop hobby podcast where we chat about all things tabletop wargaming, roleplay games related, what we're doing at the moment, and then we like to shout out and share the hobby love. So we like to share community work.
Really nice, and that's a great reason to have you on the channel as well. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll grab a link off you and put it down in the description. Okay. You've recently started playing Marvel as well, haven't you?
I have, yes. I bought my first models in February.
Yeah, so not that long ago.
I think I built them in March or April and started getting them painted then.
Oh nice, so you've not been into it that long, but we're going to just have a nice game today. I'm going to run the Defenders, who we've not had on the channel yet, and you're going to be using A-Force.
I am, yeah.
So we're going to roll some dice, set up some missions, and see how it all goes, and get it underway.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Great.
So Grant, should we roll for priority?
Yeah, let's go.
So I've got 3.
And I've got 1.
So it means that the Defenders have priority. So we'll move over to looking at some crisis cards. So guys, for the Defenders today, we've gone for quite an interesting spread of missions. Quite interestingly as well, we've got lots of missions in common. So I'm fairly certain we're going to be playing something that I should be okay with. I've never played Defenders before though, so it's going to be interesting to see. So for my secures, the first one we've got is Gamma Waves. I think with Doctor Strange having such a long range push on his builder, it's going to be really useful if we end up playing that. I also think I could splash in Hulk, who's just a bit of a menace when you've got to face him straight down the middle of the board. Then got Riot Spark. This is just one of my personal favourite missions I really enjoy, especially in the new sort of standard rules where there's not much healing, because it sort of gives you an opportunity to not just get hit in the face. You can run around and heal some damage. Combining that with the fact that Strange has inbuilt healing and that I do have patch up means that a character like Hulk or Luke Cage can really tank quite a lot of damage. Finally, I've got Demons Downtown. This is just to really leverage the Defender's leadership. So as I'm able to attack you on whatever defence I like, I can then also, if you're incinerated, really exploit that. So if you've got a character who's only got 2 energy defence, and they're also on fire, you're going to be down to 1 energy defence, and that can be really devastating from the Defenders. For my extracts, the first one I've got Research Station. This again, the idea is for Hulk and Strange to tag team and sort of work their way forward up the board, keeping everyone at bay if needs be. I've then got Scrolls, which is a single extract. I don't actually have Black Cat in my roster, but I do think I'd be okay with this, as I do have Mark for Death, so if my opponent has Black Cat, I can stop her getting away too quickly and hopefully get the Scroll back in time. Finally, I've got the Montesi formula. It gives me a beam attack, beam free. Again, the Defender's leadership really likes this. I can pay 1 power to make that whatever type of attack I like, and then it will give Hex to anyone that takes damage from it, so it's going to be really useful. Grant, do you just want to quickly run us through yours?
Yeah, sure. So I've got, for my extracts, I've got Fear Grips, because it's fun and everyone likes to roll more dice. I've got Scrolls, because it's one of the few extract cards that I own.
Nice.
Because obviously being new to the game, I don't have that many cards. I've got Research Station, because I think it really leans into She-Hulk, or possibly comboed with Angela in the centre of the board, sort of focusing it in. And then I've got Gamma Wave for the same reasons, for my secures. I've got Terrigen Clouds, because I think it's quite an interesting mission, and I've got quite a lot of characters immune to poison in my roster. And then finally I've got Riot Spark, for, again, because it's a card I own, and just for that little bit of healing around as well.
Nice, so we have got very similar cards. We've both got Gamma Waves. We've both got Gamma Waves. We've both got Riot Spark. But then if you look at our extracts, we've also both got Scrolls and Research. So it was a hard choice for me which one to go with. But ultimately, the one mission I don't really want to be playing is Terrigen Clouds against you, just because you said you've got lots of characters that are immune to poison. So I'm going to go with my secures. So if you move these out of the way, okay, then give these a shuffle. There is still quite an interesting spread of threat values that we could end up playing now. I think we could end up with anything from 15 to 19 now. So, I'll let you pick first. Which one of mine do you want to go with?
Let's go with the left cards.
I'll take that, and then I'll do the same. I'll go with this one. So, we are going to be playing Gamma Waves and Fear Grips, so hammers.
Yeah.
So, Grant, which threat value would you like to play?
Let's go with 18.
Nice, so we're going to be playing 18 threat on these two missions, and we'll get back to you once we've built some rosters. So guys, for the defenders today, we've gone really tall. We've gone 4 wide. I've decided to try and match fire with fire, as I know Grant's going to have a Hulk on his side. I decided to bring one of my own. So first of all, we've got Doctor Strange, who is our leader. He has got the Soul Stone, which should hopefully help him gain a lot of power throughout the game to use all of his superpowers. He's got a really great piece of kit in that he can give other characters extra defense dice. And not only that, we can heal them as well and remove some conditions. So he's really, really useful. I think he's a very underrated 5 threat with the Soul Stone. He's a little bit more expensive, but he really can put some work in. After that, we've got Hulk. Obviously, it's the new and updated Hulk. Old Hulk wasn't... He was alright, but he struggled at times. And new Hulk has sort of smashed his way into MCP. We've had him on the channel once, I think, and he's just a big presence on the board. He can really do a lot. And he really can go toe-to-toe with almost anyone in the game. The one downside is obviously he only has one side to his character card, so he is vulnerable to dice spikes and the like, which can really, really hurt, as it just means he can take a lot of damage in one go. After that, we've got Hawkeye, who I remember when I first got into the game, everyone thought was one of the best models in the entire game. He was absolutely everywhere, really versatile, really useful. He's not got a lot to spend his power on, but what he does have on his card works without it. He's got the ability to place himself with a hook arrow, and they can spend for a trick shot to ignore cover, and it's just all around a very solid range kit, so hopefully he'll be able to sit on my back point and still contribute to the game. Finally, we've got Luke Cage, who is the hero for hire that I decided to go with rather than Iron Fist. I think Iron Fist could have been pretty useful. It would have been great to activate someone like She-Hulk. However, I wanted to get Luke Cage on the table. I've not used him before, and I really like his TV show, I really like his character in general. So I decided to go with him. His reverse bodyguard is going to be really useful as we play right down the middle of the board with Gamma. So it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. Then for Team Tactics cards, speaking of the Heroes for Hire, we've got Heroes for Hire. So this is arguably one of the best cards, tactics cards in the game, in my opinion at least. It's got a whole wall of text on it. What it lets you do in the Too Long Don't Read is basically jump in the way of somebody, bodyguard their attack for them, and then throw away the attacker in the middle of their activation. So that can really disrupt your opponent's turn and save a really vulnerable character when you really need it. After that, we've got the Seven Sons of Cinnabus, another card that's full of quite a little bit of text. Basically what this is Doctor Strange can play if he's got 2 allied characters within range 2 of him. And it lets him use a Seven Sons of Cinnabus attack, which is a beam 5, 8 dice attack. If this attack deals damage, then the target character gets Incinerate. So this works really nicely with Defender's Leadership, as I can spend 1 power to change the type of attack. So then if I'm dealing damage, targets will be getting incinerated and hexed, which is going to be really, really big. After that, I've got Smash. What this lets you do is spend 2 power and destroy a piece of terrain that is within range 2 of you and smaller than you are. So for Hulk, that's anything size 3 or less. Then, for the rest of that turn, you get to add the size of that terrain onto your attack rolls. So if you destroy size 3, you get 3 extra dice on all of your attacks that turn. So it can be really useful, really, really help, especially if Hulk's taking some damage, to create some massive dice balls to throw into the A-Force. The last 2 cards I've got are a bit more generic. I've got Mission Objective, which is going to help if I end up losing any hammers. Being able to pass it off between the defenders as one of them goes down is going to be really useful. Can help us with what I imagine is going to be quite a tall roster on Grant's side. There's going to be some heavy hitters there too. Finally, we've got Patch Up. It is the only healing card really left in the game that's available for everyone. So I think being able to take 5 health and put it back onto Hulk or back onto Luke Cage is just going to be immense, really helpful, really help the longevity of the team. So that is the 18 threat defenders, and we'll move over to the A-Force.
So I've bought She-Hulk, who's the leader of the A-Force affiliation. And then I've got Captain Marvel, so Carol Danvers, I think a hard hitter, so I've decided to go for an attrition sort of based roster. Lots of punch. So I've bought Carol, and then I bought Shuri, who's the little bit of control, able to push people around, but Also, she's there to give rerolls and support the harder hitting characters. And then finally, I've bought Angela. So she is also there for some long move flying action, and also as another heavy hitter. So speaking of long move and flying, I've bought special delivery. So she can drop She-Hulk off, get her closer to the middle of the boards where all the action is. I've bought Stalwart Determination, which is another A-Force card, which means that I can spend a power on each A-Force affiliated member of my team, which is everyone. And then for that turn, for that round, they can't be thrown or pushed. I've got A-Force Assemble, which you can spend 3 power, and then when your A-Force team members are within 1 of each other, their defense goes up. So which I thought would be really useful for Gamma, where everyone's going to be sort of bundled into the middle. I've then got Follow Me, because I had a feeling that I'd be fighting another tall attrition roster, and so I thought, getting back-to-back activations would help maybe get rid of one of the big pieces. I know Doctor Strange can be really difficult to deal with, so yeah, if you don't daze or KO him, he heals up and just comes back. And then my final card is Patch Up, so to try and keep She-Hulk in the game as long as possible.
Nice. So that's both our rosters, and we're going to move into deployment. So Grant, we're ready to deploy. We've got a 4-on-4 battle ahead of us. I decided we needed to have the Sanctum, seeing as I'm playing Defenders, it only felt right to have it on here.
Yeah, of course.
So in terms of terrain, we've got a decent little mix. We've got the Sanctum, which is a size 5. We've got a Bugle here and a Cargo Crate, which is size 3s. We've got the Rankle Waste Management Truck, which is a size 4. And then we've got all the cars and hedges, which are size 2s. And then lastly, got some little size 1 cans here and over there. Some little barrels.
Great.
So, I'm on priority, which means I have to deploy the first model. So I'm not going to be very discreet with this. I'm just going to put Hulk dead centre. And the plan is to walk him forward.
Okay. So I think I will go with...
And just as I was watching, because Hulk's on a large base, he can interact with and pick up a hammer without moving. Which is why I was just double checking I hadn't knocked it or anything there.
Yes, because he's on a huge base.
Yeah. Same as MODOK and Hulkbuster and any character basically on that base.
So I think I'm going to go with Shuri, just slightly off centre.
Nice. So I'm going to go with Hawkeye, who's going to have a little task, hopefully, of grabbing me one of the hammers on the far side. Just having to go right here to avoid the hedge.
Okay. Let's not be subtle and put
Nice.
a She-Hulk dead centre.
Recently we had the She-Hulk trailer, didn't we? And Bruce and Jennifer seem to be getting on quite well there, but I'm not sure it's going to be the case today. Some family issues. So I'm going to put Doctor Strange down next to Hulk.
So I think I'm going to go with Carol. Let's go
Nice.
this side of the dumpster to make movement easier.
So I'm just going to put Luke Cage down as my last character. He's going to stand right there. Also not very discreet with where he's going to end up, hopefully, which will be the middle of the board to help Hulk out. So that's all my characters deployed. You've just got Angela left.
Yeah, so let's put Angela over behind.
Nice. So it seems like the plan is Angela gets that hammer, which isn't going to be very nice when she does make it into the middle of the board. But we can deal with that then. So we are fully deployed. let's move it to round 1, Grant, and let's have a go.
Great.
Right then, so we're fully deployed and we're about to go into turn 1. I do have priority, so the first person I'm going to go with is Hawkeye. And he's just going to make a mad dash over to grab this hammer. And hopefully Carol's not going to take it straight back off it. So he's just going to use his second move to end within 1. And take this one. I was considering sending the Hulk to go and grab that one. But I didn't want him that far out of the board and wanted him to stay really central early on. That's the end of Hawkeye's activation, so it's over to you.
Okay, so I think I'm going to activate Angela. And then, how will you do this?
So if you want, if I do this might help.
Yeah.
Some weird magic shenanigans going on as the dumpster truck lifts into the air.
There we go.
Nice.
She'll spend 1, pick up the hammer.
Yep.
And then
I need to take all kinds of power off actually.
yeah. And then I think she's going to just drop back.
Nice. So she's within the gamma shelters.
Yeah.
Is that the end of Angela's activation?
That is the end of Angela's activation.
Right, so I've got a few choices here. Who do I send up first? If I send Luke, I feel that Shuri's just going to push him off the page, off the point straight away. Same with Doctor Strange. So that only really leaves with one option, which is the Hulk. So we're just getting the extra power, as Hulk should start with 3 every turn, thanks to Inner Rage, which means that he gets extra 2 power in the power phase. So we're going to go with Hulk, and the very first thing he's going to do is spend a power to pick up the hammer. As we said during deployment, he starts within range 1 of it. Grab that. Then Hulk is going to make a small move forward. I'm going to go this way. Hold that. And then sadly he doesn't have enough for Gamma Leap, so he's just going to have to move again. And want him just within 1 of the points, so he's just going to jump on the way over to here. Which will also leave him within 2 of this car in case I want to play Smash. That's the end of Hulk's activation, and it is over to you, Brum.
Really not sure what to do.
It's quite intimidating having a Hulk just stood there, isn't it?
There is. So, because I don't know what I want to do in the centre yet, I'm going to go with Carol. So she's going to move up medium.
Making her way towards Hawkeye.
Yeah. And then she's going to use her energy blast to take a shot at Hawkeye.
Nice, so if we grab some door strays, if I put this one here, I think we can move this dumpster just for now, just in case. And put that one there, and I'll move this little hedge. Right then, so an energy blast into Hawkeye.
Yeah, so it's 4 dice energy.
So I was worried about this as Hawkeye only has 2 energy defense, but hopefully it'll be okay.
So I get 1 crit.
Yep.
So we've got currently got 3 with 1 crit.
Yep, I've got 1 crit as well, so do you want to add yours?
So that's a shield.
I've got a crit to add in. So I've blocked 1, but you can re-roll everything.
Can. So
if you get both of these, it's Hawkeye down straight away.
So I get 1, so it's 4 damage.
So it's 4 successes. Hawkeye has blocked 1, so he's taking 3 damage straight off the bat. So he's just about managing to hang in there.
And I gain 1 power.
Yep.
And that is Carol activated.
I'm really lucky there that she wasn't able to be in binary mode, because I think it's 6 dice re-rolling would definitely have been the end of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about Hawkeye now, as there isn't anything else really he can do to harm him, I don't think. I mean, She-Hulk could maybe, if she had special delivery, get over there. But I think for now he's okay. So I'm just going to go with Luke, I think. So Luke is going to move twice. His first move, he's just going to go straight up onto the car, as he is size 2, so he can go straight on top of it. And with his second move, he's going to move again to be in front of the Hulk in base contact. So the reason I want to do this is, one, so that he can't be pushed away, as he'll just hit the Hulk, but also it's to get the most out of his bodyguard, because now he should be able to protect Hulk from any incoming attacks within range 2. That's the end of Luke's activation, so it's back over to you.
So I think I'm just going to have to do a bit of setup for next turn. So She-Hulk is just going to move to just in front of that objective.
Yep. So she's able to grab the hammer.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just on one. And then not a lot she can do with one power. So I think she's just going to move back just out, hopefully out of range, but still close enough to Angela
For a special delivery.
for possible special delivery
Nice.
shenanigans.
So I've just got Doctor Strange left to go. And the one thing I'm considering is moving over and seeing if I'm close enough to patch up Hawkeye. So I'm going to make one move straight towards him. Like so. I don't think I'll be able to get there. It might be a little bit of wishful thinking. But my main reason for doing this is I don't want him to daze from the damage from the gamma shelters. So I think I'm going to go with a second move towards him. It's a little early on to be using it. But Strange is then going to spend 2 power to patch up Hawkeye. Just so that he doesn't die straight off the bat going into next turn. So Hawkeye has taken 1 damage. And that is the end of Strange's activation. Sadly, it does mean I won't be scoring the gamma point near my base, but it does stop Hawkeye going down in the middle of the crossover to the next turn. So that's the defenders all done, so it's just you left to go with Shuri.
So I think I'm going to move Shuri up to use her Panther Gauntlets against Doctor Strange.
Nice.
So
Keep the wizard at bay.
plenty of movement.
Yep. And then just let loose with a Panther Gauntlet, I assume.
Yeah, so that's 6 dice energy.
Yeah, so I'll get 4 dice energy base and I don't have the power to boost it up. So I'm currently blocking 1.
So I've got 1 crit to add
Yep.
in. So that's a blank. So I'm currently on 2. But I've got a skull for an extra power.
Yeah, so I could re-roll everything. However, I'm pretty happy just taking 1 damage.
Yep.
Because I have got a shield in this roll as well, which means I'll get another power for that. So I'm going to take the 1 damage.
So I'll get the 2 power for that attack.
Yep. Then I'll also get 2 power, as I've rolled the shield in one roll. And then, of course, you do get to push Doctor Strange.
Yes, so push away.
Yep.
So
it'll be something like that.
let's go this way.
So if I just grab him, sure, there you go. And he'll end up just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As he bumps into the venom.
He bumps into the bugle.
Yeah, the venom bugle.
So hopefully he can get the daily bugle before he comes back into the fight. Right, is that the end of Shuri's activation?
That is.
So that means we're all done for the first round. In terms of scoring, the defenders have 2 hammers. Although I seem to have put 1 over there rather than on a Hawkeye. And they have the middle gamma shelter, so they're going to get a total of 4 victory points. And then A-Force also have 2 hammers, and they have their home gamma shelter, so they're going to score 3 points. So, let's move to round 2. So guys, as we go into round 2, we always tend to do it this way around, that we do the things that should happen in the clean-up phase just before we start the round, just so it's super clear. So everyone who isn't within 2 of a gamma shelter is going to be taking a damage. So for me, that's Doctor Strange and Hawkeye.
And for me, it's Carol.
Yeah. So they all get a damage. So both Hawkeye and Strange have taken a couple of damage down, but hopefully they'll be okay as we move into start round 2. So I do still have priority, and I think I want to get Hawkeye nice and far away from Carol, as those energy blasts really aren't the best thing for his health. So he's going to start off by putting a arrow shot into Carol, and on her card, does she just have the same defense physical energy, or is it 4 energy?
It's 3 physical, 4 energy.
So I'm going to make sure to keep it physical, as I don't want to be dealing with any energy shenanigans. I'm also going to spend a power for the defender's leadership to make it so that if I deal any damage, you'll be gaining hex. So it's 6 dice physical into Carol's 3. Not a great roll from Hawkeye.
So I've got 2 crits and a shield.
Well, I've got 3 skulls, so they're not going to help a lot. I've got 1 crit and a hit, so I'll add my crit for a total of 2.
For 5.
No, so Carol's blocked more than she needs to, and then some. She takes no damage. You don't get hex because I didn't deal damage, and because I didn't get any walls, you don't get any other conditions. So Carol's come off quite lightly there.
Right.
Hawkeye with his second action is going to move medium this way. As I said, I don't think trying to fight Carol is very good for his health. Lastly, he's going to spend 2 power for a hook arrow. So he gets to place himself within 3 of where he currently is. And I think the plan now for him is just going to be to chill out at the back point, scoring some points. So that's the end of Hawkeye's activation, and it's over to you.
So I am going to play Special Delivery.
Nice.
So it's going to cost 2 power on Angela and 2 power on She-Hulk because they're both carrying hammers.
Yep, so you've got to pay the hammer tax. And for those that don't know, what Special Delivery does is it lets you make a move with a character with flight and then essentially drop off another character.
Well, it's She-Hulk specific.
Yeah.
So it has to be She-Hulk, unlike
the original drop-off, sorry, yeah.
card, yeah.
So Angela's going to be using it with She-Hulk to drop She-Hulk into the middle of the table, which could end quite badly for Luke and the Hulk.
Yeah, so I want Angela
Yep.
to be...
So Angela's moving, so she ends within 2 of the container and 1 of the gamma shelter.
Yep. And then She-Hulk is then placed within 1.
Nice. So Luke suddenly got quite a lot to deal with.
And then She-Hulk gets to make a 0 cost attack.
Yep.
So this will be a sensational uppercut.
Nice. Is this going into Luke? Or into Hulk?
Into Luke.
Nice. Don't forget to add your extra dice because you are holding a hammer.
Yeah, so this is 8 dice physical.
So this could all go quite badly for Luke. But he is rolling 4 defense dice and he does reduce damage by 1. So let's see how it goes. So I've blocked 1 at the minute.
So I have currently on 4. No crits.
So I've got 1 crit to add in. So I'm blocking 2 in total.
So I am within range of Shuri for upgrades. So you've got 2.
Yeah, so I'm currently taking 1 damage as a reduced by 1.
So I think I'm going to spend the 2 on Shuri for 2 rerolls.
Sadly, you can't reroll the skulls, can you? So it is only 2 you're able to spend. So 2 rerolls.
Which gives me 1 extra.
So you've got 5 successes in total. Luke has blocked 2 and he does reduce damage by 1. So he's going to be taking 2 damage in total.
And She-Hulk gains 2 power.
Yeah.
Which is paid for her drop off.
Yeah. Instant return on the hammer tax.
So, and then I get to continue with Angela's activation.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a Xiphos, the Sword of the Stars, which is her builder, which is a 6 dice physical.
Yep. Into Luke again?
Into Luke again.
Nice. So I'm rolling 4 dice physical again, hoping to stay alive, although I'm feeling like the container might come my way very soon. So I've just blocked the 1 this time.
So I have rolled 3 and 3 skulls.
Nice, and no rerolls from Shuri this time.
No rerolls.
So I've blocked 1, I reduced by 1, which means I'm taking 1 damage.
Yep.
So I get 1 damage and another power. Angela gets power equal to the damage dealt as well.
Yes.
And then she can, if you wanted to, place herself as well, I think.
She can place... so she must place within 2.
So guys, we've just realised that Angela didn't add an extra dice into her roll for a hammer, so we're just going to quickly add that before we do anything else.
So... it's another skull.
No, it's 4 skulls in total. So, back to where we were. Is Angela going to place?
So I think she's just going to place just slightly backwards, still staying within
Yep.
1.
Nice.
And then she's going to spend 2 power to use Odin's Daughter's Might
Yep.
to throw this container
Into Luke.
into Luke.
So I've got 4 physical dice, and I'm trying to block 4 damage incoming because it's size 3 plus 1. So I've got 2 at the minute. I've got a crit to add in. So I'm blocking 3, which means I'm just taking 1 more damage on Luke. So he manages to survive as Angela and she'll give it their all to try and take him down. Is that the end of Angela's activation?
That is the end of Angela's activation.
No, it's over to the defenders. So we're going to go with the good Doctor Strange himself, who's going to move towards the middle of the board. He's going to make his first move to here, putting himself touching the card just so that he can't be pushed away by Shuri. And then for his second action, he is going to do a 5 dice bolts of bedevilment into Angela to try and get her off of the point now she's activated.
Okay.
So it's 5 dice energy. Angela is 4 across the board, isn't she?
She is. There is something else I forgot. Luke is slowed from She-Hulk's uppercut.
Sorry. So Luke does have the slow condition now from when he was hit by Shield earlier. So I'm going to do 5 dice bolts of bedevilment into Angela. I'm going to spend 1 power just to change it to Mystic, so that you will gain Hex if it deals some damage.
Okay.
So I've got 5 dice to your 4, and I can reroll everything.
So I have 2 with 1 crit.
I've got 5 hits, so no wilds, no crits, just 5 hits straight away.
I add my crit in, which is a blank.
So you're blocking 2,
Mm.
which means you're taking 3 damage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use my reroll, as I'm pretty happy with 5 hits.
I think I'm going to spend 2, last 2 on Shuri.
Yep.
For 2 rerolls from upgrades.
Yep.
And hope to take less damage. No.
Just going to double check, I'm pretty sure you're not, but yeah, sure he's not within range for me to get any power from the Soul Stone. So that means Angela's taking 3 damage.
She is.
And Strange gets 3 power.
And then Angela takes 3.
Yep.
She gains 3 power. And then using She-Hulk's leadership, I'll give 1 to Shuri.
Nice. Because this had no damage, I do get to push you away. So I'm just going to push you small this way. Like so, to keep you off of that midpoint.
Okay.
Then the last thing that Strange is going to do is spend 3 power for Oster's Refuge. And he's going to take the 2 damage that Hawkeye's taken and heal it right off of him.
Okay.
And then that is the end of Strange's activation.
How much life has Luke got left?
He's got 2 left.
2.
Yeah. I was debating healing him,
Yeah.
but it does mean you have to invest an action into trying to put him down if you want to. And Hawkeye would rather not have the risk of Captain Marvel moving up and sniping him.
What's Luke's energy defense?
3.
Is it 3?
Mm-hmm.
So, getting good at this, losing measuring widgets.
Which one are you after? There you go.
It's under. It's under the other one I need. So, she's not going to get. She'll get close enough to not take damage, but not close enough to score. Yeah, so I feel like I need to take Luke down before I try and take Hulk. That's my thinking. So I'm going to activate Carol.
Yep.
Who's first off is going to move in towards the centre point.
Yep.
And then she's going to do an energy blast.
Yep.
Into Luke.
Nice, so I'm rolling 3 energy for my defence. I am going to spend some power on Strange for Hogoth's Horary Wisdom to add some extra dice into his defence roll. So it's up to 5 defence.
Okay.
Strange gets 1 power back for it. So 5 defence. So I'm blocking 2 at the minute.
So I've got 2.
Yep.
I get to reroll everything. I've got no crits.
So I've got a crit guardian, and then you get your reroll.
Double skull.
Nice, some more skulls from the A-Force, which means Luke takes no damage as we've both got 2.
Yep.
So Luke is just about still hanging in there.
It is, unfortunately. I don't think she's managed to make it within 2 of that car. No, is she within 2 of Luke?
Yep.
She is, so I could do a Danvers special. I haven't got enough power. I do have enough power.
Did you put the power on for your attack?
I didn't. So I think I will do that. Use Danvers special to throw Luke Cage away.
Yep.
It's not a throw away, but it is a throw. So that's going to cost me 3 power.
Yep, so Strange gets power for you using a super pack.
Yep. And then to throw you medium.
Is it in any direction?
Yeah. Yes. So choose an interactive terrain feature or an enemy character, both of size 4 or less, and within 2, and throw it medium. This superpower can be used once a turn.
Is Hulk within 2 of Danvers?
It's not.
I was just going to say, you might be able to throw Hulk into Luke.
Yeah, because if I throw Luke into Hulk, he's only going to take
He'll take 1 damage.
1 and still be standing.
Yep.
So I kind of want him away. So, and I can't throw him that way because he'll bump into She-Hulk.
I think actually that you can just about squeeze him through that gap. It's very close.
Yeah.
I think he'll hit She-Hulk.
Yeah. So which is why I think I'm going to throw him over here.
So it will need to be just a little bit more, unless you want him to hit Hulk.
No, I don't want him to hit Hulk.
So you got that?
Yeah.
Cool. So throwing Luke away off of the gamma shelter, which doesn't make him very happy, as he's slow.
And that is a Carol's activation.
Nice. So I've got Luke and the Hulk himself left to go. So the question really is, what do I do? And I think it's time for Hulk to start smashing. So I'm going to start off by doing a strike into She-Hulk. So it is 7 dice base, up to 8 dice because I've got a hammer. And this is going to be targeting She-Hulk. What is her defences? Are they 3-4-3?
Yes.
So I'm just going to keep it as is for now. I'm not going to use a defensive leadership. It's an 8 dice physical attack into She-Hulk. Not a great roll from Hulk.
I've got nothing currently.
So I've got 5 blanks, but I do have 2 crits in a while, so I'll add my crits in. Which puts me up to 4 in total.
I will take 4 to get some power.
Yeah, because you've not blocked anything.
So I've not blocked anything yet.
So I get 4 power as well. I did get a wild, which means that I could push you. Sadly, you are stopped by the car.
I'm going to put 1 power onto Shuri. That's a damage token. Let's actually use the right one.
So I think it's only fair that Hulk carries on doing what he does best. So he's going to spend 2 power for strongest one there is to throw She-Hulk. And I'm going to throw her right into Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Like so. And that takes me down to 5 power left.
So Carol has 3 defense. And she blocks nothing. Oh dear. So
I've spent 2. Sorry, so she has 6 power left.
and then She-Hulk takes 1.
Yep.
And then, so from damaging Danvers, I'll put 1 onto She-Hulk.
Nice. So,
now here's a question. Does the damage from the throw count as a separate?
yes.
It does, so I get to give power to Carol from damaging
Do you want to just quickly read the leadership?
So, when an allied character is damaged by an enemy effect,
Yep.
another allied character may gain 1 power. The character may not gain more than 1 power from this leadership per turn.
Yeah, so as long as you give it to someone that hasn't already had some this turn, then you're fine to do it.
Yeah, so from the first Hulk attack went to Shuri.
Yep.
From the collision,
From Danvers, it's gone to
Danvers has
She-Hulk.
gone to She-Hulk. So then from She-Hulk, you can go to Danvers.
Nice. So, Hulk's I'm going to spend 3 power for a Gamma Leap. I did just have to check my power, as I thought I was down to 7, but I wasn't. I was at 8 because I get 3 a turn. So puts me at 6 turn 2. I'd spent 1 down to 5. I dealt 4 damage, takes me to 9. So I've made all kinds of mistakes in life, so I should have 4 power left now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to spend 3 power to do a Gamma Leap, just to here. Like that. It does take me off the points, sadly, but hopefully it will be worth it because I'm then going to spend 3 power for a Thunderclap. So it's a beam 3 attack, and I'm going to do it so that it hits everyone on your team.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 1 power to make it a mystic attack with the Defender's Leadership. So it means that anyone that takes damage from this is going to gain Hex.
Okay.
So we'll start off with Angela and then work our way towards.
Okay.
So it's 6 dice Mystic.
Angela's 4 Mystic Defense.
Yeah. So Hulk's got 3 at the minute.
I've got 1.
I've got 2 crits thrown in, so 5 in total.
So that is currently going to Days Angela.
Yep.
So 5 will be down to 4, and she's currently got 3 health left.
She only has 6 on this side, yeah?
Yes. So
Shuri would need to give you 2 rerolls and then both to be. Shuri would need to give you
2.
2 rerolls and they'd both need to be successes.
Yeah. How am I rolling this one going? I will. Oh, this is going to be a bloody turn. I think I'm going to take it.
So Angela is dazed by the Thunderclap. Sadly, I don't have any power to pick up her hammer, and we'll place that once I've done all the attacks just to keep it simple.
Yeah.
So the next one is going into Shuri, so it's 6 dice Mystic again.
And Shuri is Mystic Defense 3.
Yep. So 6 dice Mystic into Shuri, and Hulk has got 4.
I've got none.
So Shuri's taking 4 damage.
Yep.
And she's going to be hexed thanks to the Defender's Leadership. Then we're going to do it into She-Hulk. So it's 6 dice Mystic again.
And then from the damage onto Shuri, the last.
Nice. So 6 dice into She-Hulk.
Yep.
3 with a crit.
1.
So I've got 3 in total, so you're taking 2.
Yes.
I'm gaining Hex. And then lastly,
She-Hulk maxed on power.
oh, so she's up to 10 power already.
Yeah.
So lastly, we're going to do the 6 dice Mystic into Carol.
It is 3 defense. So do I? So I've got it's not called aggressive, is it? It's called gamma transfusion from when you damage She-Hulk, which I think I might use. Which means I can't bodyguard Carol. But it does put me right. It could put me between Hulk and Strange.
Yep.
with 10 power.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what I'm going to do. So it's got to be towards Hulk.
Do you want to just read that superpower out?
So during so this is gamma transfusion. During the power phase, this character gains 1 additional power. After an attack targeting this character is resolved, if this character suffered damage, it may advance short towards the attacking character. Additionally, if this character would flip, its stat card to the injured side is KO'd.
So it's just that last bit's just the Hulk specific.
Yes.
So I do believe this happens before I get 1/6 Dice Mystic into Captain Marvel.
Yes.
So do you want to go ahead and do that?
So, because towards you is
so
that, isn't it?
yes.
So I can come.
Yep.
So if I place there.
That should be fine. We can tuck her in just like that. So lastly, it's a 6 Dice Mystic attack into Carol. 4 this time for the Hulk.
So that's 1. And Carol's only got 1 health left, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's no chance of saving her.
That's Carol Days as well, as Hulk goes absolutely crazy.
And that.
So that is the end of the Hulk's activation, and he's definitely done what I needed him to do there. He's not scoring the middle point anymore, sadly, but I think in terms of attrition, he's really helped me out. So it's just for your turn to activate a character.
So you've just got Luke left.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to go with now is the question. I've got lots of dice, lots of power. But Luke Cage is within his reverse bodyguard range, isn't he?
He's not, so he's not within 2 at the minute.
Oh, is it? You have to be within 2 of me?
Yep.
Ah. So, I think I'll go with She-Hulk then.
Nice.
So I've currently got 10 power.
Yep. Oh, sorry, we do need to place the hammer from Andrew.
Oh, we do, yeah.
So I am going to actually
Chuck it
be a little tricksy with it.
right out the way.
Do I put it there or do I put it... Yeah, I'll put it there just because I don't want She-Hulk getting it easily. Although it means Shuri will probably move to grab it.
So that, what was that? 9, 10, 14 dice attack into Hulk. He's immune to stun, isn't he?
He is.
Because that was a new addition to his card.
Yeah, so I think before he wasn't, but he is now immune to stun. So you're going to activate She-Hulk?
Yes. So I'm going to use superior weight training.
Yep.
Which adds the size of my target in dice to my next attack.
So that's going to be pretty brutal. So that costs 3 power. So Strange does get a power as you use a superpower.
Yeah. And then I'm going to spend 5 power to use the defense rests.
Nice.
Which is a 9 dice attack, which then goes to 10 for the hammer.
Yep.
And then goes to 14 because of Hulk's size.
Yep. So I am going to spend 2 with Strange to boost Hulk's defences up a little bit. And my only saving grace here is that you are hexed from the attack from Hulk.
I am.
So I'll get... Is it physical?
It's physical.
So I get 4 dice base plus 2 thanks to Strange.
Can I have 4 dice?
Yes. There you go. Oh.
Thank you. Wow.
That's not a great roll from She-Hulk.
That is terrible.
Hulk blocks 2, as he's got 2 shields, 2 blanks, and 2 skulls. So She-Hulk has a total of 5.
Yeah.
You have got some power for rerolls on Shuri.
So I'll spend 3
Yep.
Shuri for 3 rerolls.
Should we just quickly move these out like that? There you go. That's good then. See, 3 rerolls into 3 more successes. I've blocked 2, which means I'm taking 6 in total. So Hulk takes 6 damage, which doesn't make him very angry. Doesn't make him very happy, rather.
So then Hulk would gain slow and stun.
Yep.
Not that slow does a lot to him.
There we go.
But
oh yeah, so he's immune to
But
stun,
he's
so he
immune
does
to
get
stun.
slow. Put that one. I'll swap that one as well.
And then She-Hulk is going to do a sensational uppercut into the Hulk, which is then a 7 dice attack.
Have you added the hammer?
Nope, so it'll be an 8 dice
Nice.
attack.
Hulk gets 4 defense dice. I don't have enough this time to boost his defenses with strange dice, sadly. So I'm blocking 2.
And I'm doing 8. No, 6.
Yeah. You've got a crit to add.
I'm hexed.
Sorry. What I meant is I've got a crit to add. So I'm blocking 3.
I would have 3 crits to add.
That would be pretty brutal, so I'm quite lucky that you don't. So I am taking 3 damage at the minute, which I'm just going to take on the chin. I'm not going to use any rerolls. So Hulk has now taken 9 damage.
So he would be slowed again, but so that gives me 3 power, which I'm then going to spend for clear the courts.
Yep.
Which is She-Hulk's throw, so it's size up to size 4.
Yep.
And I can throw medium.
So I get another power and strange for you using the super power.
Yep. So the question is, do I throw Hulk at Luke Cage to try and daze him? I think I do.
Nice. So we'll move these, and Hulk's going straight into Luke.
Yep.
Or what? So Luke's got to dodge 5 damage this time, as Hulk is size 4. So he gets 4 physical defense. And he hasn't blocked anything, so Luke goes down. I was debating using Heroes for Hire on one of those big attacks, but I thought seeing as Hulk hadn't taken any damage, I'd be okay tanking it. But it turns out Luke's gone down either way. So Luke does get a little bit of power, he gets 2 power, but he is now dazed.
And Hulk takes 1 from
Yep.
collision.
Hulk also takes 1 as he smashes into Luke.
So I've just got Shuri left.
Yep, as I've got no one left to go with.
I feel like Shuri just needs to move, pick up the hammer, and then move back.
I think that's probably the best for Shuri at the minute.
To score some points. So yeah, let's do that. So she'll plenty of movement.
Yep.
So she'll move Hatch to the side. Spend 1 to pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And then move
Back onto the point.
back into the point. Let's be this side.
Nice.
So that is everyone activated.
Yeah, so at the end of that round, we've had quite a few dazes. So Luke has been dazed for the defenders, as well as Carol and Angela for the Air Force. You now still have 2 hammers, because you've got 1 on She-Hulk and 1 on Shuri. I've got 1 on Hawkeye and 1 on Hulk, so we both get 2 points for that.
Yeah.
However, I only get 1 point for the back hammer shelter, meaning I get 3 in total.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got the middle shelter and your home one, which means in total you're getting 5 VPs as the A Force overtake the defenders. And we move into round 3. So we're moving into turn 3, and there were a couple casualties on both sides of the board there. No one's been KO'd yet, but there is a lot of damage floating around at the minute. Hulk has taken 10. He's going to take another one, I think, because he's not in range of a gamma shot within the cleanup phase. Take another one. All of your characters are within range of, so they're all okay. Luke would take a damage, but because he's was dazed, he doesn't need to.
Okay.
So the defenders still have priority.
But in the power phase,
Yep.
I'm going to play Stalwart Determination.
Nice.
So for this turn, for this round, those terminologies really mix me up. The characters that spend power to play this card cannot be pushed or thrown by enemy effects.
Nice.
So I will spend 2 on She-Hulk because
Yep.
she's got a hammer. 1 on Carol.
2 on Shuri.
Do I want to spend it on Shuri? I think I will for completionist sake.
Yep, so everyone's used it.
Everyone's
so no
done
one's pushed it from. So that's gonna mess with my plans a little bit, and it might affect where I go. So I'm just gonna take a quick look at the defenders and decide who to go with.
So I will put that there.
Right then, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Doctor Strange, as I've got a little trick up my sleeve that Ron has taught me, which is the Seven Sons of Sinibus. So for those that haven't heard of this card, if it is Doctor Strange activation and there are 2 other non-Days Allo characters within 2 of him, he can spend 3 to play this card. So he's got both Luke and Hulk, so he's going to spend 3 to play it. So Doctor Strange may now use the Seven Sons of Sinibus attack shown once this turn. So it's a beam 5, 8 dice attack. If it deals damage, after the attack is resolved, the target enemy character gains the Incinerate special condition as well. So it's going to be pretty spicy, I hope. I'm going to spend 1 power to change it to Mystic. So all of the attacks in this beam are Mystic. And we're hopefully going to do a lot of damage to the A-Force. As I can't push or move you, the only other option is to go free. So it's beam 5, and I believe I can get everyone under it. So, I might not be able to get both Carol and Angela actually. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the beam 4 because it's the same width. So, I'll get that. Clips Carol. So I'm pretty sure I can actually get. Yeah, I'm 90% sure I can get all of them.
Okay.
So it's going to be a beam attack hitting all 4 of the A-Force characters. It is 8 dice. Have you ever seen the Seven Sons of Sinibus?
No, I haven't.
So it's pretty brutal, and Ron actually pulled this one out on me a couple of times, and I was like, oh, that's pretty nasty. So it's an induction by fire grant to the A-Force, as they're going to have to see if they can tank through the Seven Sons. So the character I'm going to hit first is going to be Shuri.
Okay.
So it is 8 dice. It's now Mystic because I spent the power I needed to.
Okay.
I can re-roll everything. Okay. Yeah. I can re-roll everything. So it's 8 dice Mystic into Shuri first.
Okay.
So let's see how it goes. So we've got 5 at the minute with 2 crits.
Cool. Shuri is blocked 1, so Shuri is dazed.
She only had 1 left though, didn't she?
She had 1 left.
So she takes 1. I did roll a shield, so I'll get 1 power.
So Shuri is dazed. She gains 1 power, and I will give 1 power to She-Hulk.
She does have a hammer, but we'll sort that out after we've done all the attacks. So next up I'm going to go into Angela. So 8 dice Mystic again. Angela gets 4 Mystic defense. And you can just type this off now just to keep the board really clear. 8 dice Mystic. A Strange opens up the Seven Sons. So this time I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've got a crit to add. So 6 in total.
So she blocks 1.
Yep.
So that will be 5 damage. Yeesh.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. So I've never used it. I just know that Ron, if he was here, would be telling me to put it in the roster. So I did. I've got a shield, so I get another power. And then we're going to go into Captain Marvel next.
Okay.
It is 8 dice Mystic again. And Strange is rolling really hot. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 with 3 crits.
That's killed Carol.
That's got her already?
Yeah. I blocked 1.
So that Carol takes 6 damage? It doesn't matter because I don't get any power, sorry. I do get a power for rolling shield though.
So that is Carol KO'd.
That was absolutely devastating, I didn't expect that. But nevertheless, now into shield as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Grant, I hope you'll be willing to come back for another battle report. I mean, I didn't expect it to go this far. This will be quite bloody. So 8 dice, Mystic again. Not as good this time. I've got 4 with a crit to add in.
I've blocked 1.
So I'm up to 5. You've blocked 1, so you're taking 4. I'm not going to re-roll, I don't think, because I've got the shield, which is what I was after.
Okay.
So I get another power.
So I will take
4 damage.
4. So let's swap. Which gains 4 power.
So, quite funnily, the main thing I was hoping for from that beam attack was because I was hitting 4 characters and it was using all my power to do it, I just wanted to get a shield in every roll, as that would give me 4 power back. And as it's now done that, it leaves me with 4 power, which I'm going to spend for a Crimson Band of Sidetrack into She-Hulk.
Okay, from that, everyone who's still standing
gets the power for A-Force.
Gained the power from the A-Force.
So we've just put the Incinerate onto She-Hulk and Angela as well, which I forgot to do for the 7 Sons. And now, as I've got the 4 power that I was talking about, we're going to do the Crimson Band of Sidetrack into She-Hulk. So it's a really funky attack. After the attack is resolved, the target character gains stagger. However, if they haven't already got the stagger condition and you hit the trigger, which is a hit, a wild and a crit, you get Mystic Binding, which instead gives them an activated token. So it can be absolutely brutal, especially on someone like She-Hulk, which is what I'm aiming to go for. So, it is 6 dice Mystic into She-Hulk, who is on fire and hexed.
Yep, so we've got 2 defense dice.
Yeah, so, let's see how it goes.
I blocked none.
So I've got 4 at the minute and I haven't got what I need for the trigger. So I think it's only right that I re-roll all to try and get it.
Okay.
No, so I don't get the trigger. I've just got 2 crits this time.
Okay.
So you're taking 2 damage. I did roll a shield, so I'll get a power. And then you are staggered. So sadly I wasn't able to activate She-Hulk. And I think that would have been very brutal if I was able to. So She-Hulk will still get an activation this turn, which he will only have 1 action.
Okay.
That is the end of Strange's activation, and I can see why Ron liked him so much, because that was devastating.
So we've got this.
Oh, we've got a hammer to play, sorry, as well. We're just going to put that over here. And then it is over to you, Grant. Right then, Grant, so you're going to go with She-Hulk, and we've concocted a plan for what she's going to do with her 1 action, haven't we?
Yes. So, first off, she's going to shake the stagger because she has to. And then she's going to spend 3 power for clear the court.
Yep.
So she's going to throw the Hulk.
So I'll get a power on Strange because you use super power.
Yep. So she's going to throw the Hulk medium.
And just for those watching, you do ignore your own base when performing a throw push. So she can essentially throw the Hulk past her.
So it's going to throw it all the way until he hits.
So he'll just be like that.
This car.
And the car gets pummeled and destroyed by Hulk. Hulk takes 1 damage, which now puts him up to have taken 12 damage, which is pretty brutal.
And then at which point she's going to spend 5 power.
Yep.
To do her spender again into Hulk.
Yeah.
So there'll be 9 dice for 10 dice with the hammer.
Yep. Just for those watching as well, Grant, you could have spent the power to add dice equal to his size, but that would have let me then be able to use heroes for hire. But because of the way we've done it in the way we've thrown Hulk, I now can't use it, so Hulk has to take the attack.
Yep.
So I'm going to spend 2 power on Doctor Strange, boost up Hulk's defences. So he's up to 6 dice physical.
Okay, so I want 10 dice.
Yeah.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Yep.
Let's go. That's
8 out of 10.
Good roll.
So at the minute, that'll kill Hulk. He's only got 8 left. So if I block nothing, then that's Hulk done. So 6 dice physical. So I've blocked a few. So I've got 2 crits and a wild. So I'll add my 2 crits in. And then Hulk is going to spend 4 power for Hulk Not Puny Banner. So what this lets him do is reroll any number of defense dice, including skulls. So I'm going to reroll these 5.
Okay.
So I get 1 more. I was hoping for a couple more. So I've blocked 4 in total. So Hulk is taking 4 damage.
Yep.
Which puts him back up to 10 power again.
Oh dear. And that is She-Hulk activated.
Right, so I think it's only fair that seeing as you've gone with a Hulk, Grant, I'm going to go with a Hulk and show that he's the strongest one there is. So, first thing I'm going to do is pile up all these so I can actually read his card. So he's taken 14 damage. Just so I was watching, how much damage has She-Hulk taken? She's taken 12?
13.
13, so you're winning the race on damaging Hulks, but my Hulk does get a swing at it now. So, Hulk is going to start off by spending 3 power for a Gamma Leap.
Okay.
Just to reposition himself a little bit. So he's going to use it to go here. So he's within 1 of that hammer.
Yep.
And within 2 of Angela. Sorry, your spender, because I have slow.
Ah, yes.
Yes. So the reason we did the spender, because I already had slow, Hulk gains stagger. So the first thing he's got to do is shake that. Does he still keep the slow?
I don't believe so. Oh, so if the target character already has the slow condition, it gains the stagger condition.
Cool, so it has both. So he still has slow.
Yes.
So, sorry, we just quickly come back and fix that. So Hulk will only have 1 action. Hulk's going to spend 1 power to pick up the hammer. Oh, exactly. I can just see the despair is Hulk's just powering up. I am then going to spend 2 power, the strongest one there is, to throw Angela, as she should be within range 2. Oh, I can't.
be
Don't want
thrown
determination. Never mind. So I'm not going to spend 2 power. Angela's safe, it seems, from that one. So in that case, I guess I can't go after both She-Hulk and Angela at once. So I think I'll go after She-Hulk. So Hulk is going to do a Hulk smash into She-Hulk.
Okay.
So it costs him 4 power. So it costs him 4 power. It's an 8 dice attack base. He's taken 16 damage, which is 4 sets of 4, so he gets 4 extra dice. And then he's got 2 hammers.
Yep.
So he's up to 4, 8, 12, 14 dice.
Okay. Against my 2.
Against your 2 with X. So, can I do 7 damage to the She-Hulk?
I should hope so. I blocked none.
So it's not actually that amazing. Let's move all these. As the 5. So I've got 6, but I do have 3 crits. So I just need 1 more to finish off She-Hulk. And I get it, so that's 8 in total. So it takes She-Hulk down.
It does. So, I'm just going to put the daze token there because She-Hulk, although she's technically KO'd, her leadership bonus sticks around to the end of the round.
So she does, I think, because of the way the Hulk superpower, the sort of Hulk race superpower works, she stays to the end of the round and then she's KO'd.
Yes.
But you'll still have A-Force leadership. Talking of which, do you want to put a power onto Angela? Or is she already on 10?
She's already on 10.
Nice. As Hulk was staggered, that is the only thing he's going to be able to do. I can't throw anyone sadly, so that's the end of Hulk's activation.
Okay, so Angela is my only character left to go with.
Yep.
So I've got 10 power. So how much health has Hulk got left? Is it 4? So I feel like I should use Heaven's Wrath. So it's range 3, so it's 4 damage, or 4...
it's 4 dice base, but you add dice equal to the size?
Yeah. So it becomes an 8 dice physical attack against Hulk.
Yep. So I'm going to spend 2 power on the Hulk. Oh no, sorry, you can't because you've got 2 hammers, so I can't use Hero Spot.
Oh, that was lucky.
Yeah. I forgot that it was the person being targeted that has to spend as they sort of pay off loot to jump in the way.
So it's 8 dice physical.
Yep. I don't have any power for rerolls or any power to add dice with strange.
So I'm hoping for 4 damage here.
Yeah, and the only other thing, Angela should be hexed from when we did the Seven Sons of Cinema, so Strange paid to make it miss.
It does. Oh yeah, because it does.
Because of the defender's leadership. So Angela's going to shake the hex that she got from Seven Sons of Cinemas before she does her attack into Hulk. And then she's going to do a 8 dice heave and draft into the Hulk. I'll get 4 defense dice to try and see me through.
Okay. Oh.
Block 3.
So I have done 3. That's not good.
Did you get the trigger for heave and draft though?
No, because I needed 2 crits and I didn't roll any.
I thought it was... Oh.
So it's 2 crits in a while.
Oh, so it's a really hard trigger to hit then.
Yeah.
So Hulk manages to survive that one unscathed.
Oh dear.
So that means it's just the defender's characters left to go.
Just the defenders.
So the question is, what does Luke Cage and Hawkeye want to do? So Hawkeye is going to go. He's going to spend 2 power. Where is he? Sorry. He's going to spend 2 power for a hook arrow. Sorry, did She-Hulk have a hammer?
Oh, she did.
It's alright, so we've just missed that as well. So I'll put that out now. We'll drop it on the floor there. We'll put it here so that Hawkeye can just get it. So we just realised She-Hulk had a hammer that she should have dropped when she was dazed. So Hawkeye's going to go. He's going to spend 2 for a hook arrow to move to here. Then he's going to move medium once to here. And then he's going to move medium again to jump onto the back point.
Was he going to pick up the hammer on the way through?
He's not, because he doesn't have the power.
Oh, he doesn't?
He doesn't. However, Luke, who's now going to go, he's going to move twice to be within 1 of the point and 1 of the hammer. He's going to spend 1 to pick up the hammer. And then that is the end of the defender's activations. However, I now have all 4 hammers, which gets me 4 VP. I'll get 2 for the middle point, which takes me to 6. And I get 3 because Hawkeye's swung his way over onto your back point. Takes me to 9 in total for the round.
Wow.
Which is a huge jump from the defenders.
Which puts you on...
As they jump from 7 to 16 in what was a pretty crazy turn.
Yeah.
So Grant, hopefully you'll still be willing to come back on the channel. I didn't expect the Seven Sons to do so much.
Oh. Yeah, it's... Well, the power of beam attacks and Gamma, isn't it?
Yeah, the beam attacks on Gamma with defenders' leadership is very, very strong. So we'll clean everything up and then move into a quick outro of the game. Thank you for the game, Grant. So Grant, the defenders with beam attacks is surprisingly good.
Yeah, definitely.
I've never run them before. Ron put me onto Seven Sons of Cinemas, so I'll give you his Facebook so you can tell him how much you hate it. It was just... It was great, the fact that it hit everyone on your team. I think, unfortunately, because Gamma sort of forces you to be bunched up a lot more, there was 1 big beam attack off of Hulk as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So I think in that then, it was just the beams that were very brutal. It just meant I could get the most out of each action, especially with the defender's leadership where I was giving out Hex as well.
Yeah.
It was really strong.
Yeah, Hex and Incinerate and great combo of...
it's definitely the ones you want to combine, isn't it, when you're really trying to take somebody down like Angela or She-Hulk. We're going to move on to MVP. So, Grant, in that game, who was your MVP?
So I'm going to go with She-Hulk. She managed to get my only days against Luke by throwing
Hulk at him.
Yeah. So she managed to clear off the points and kept the score slightly slow at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I think going into round 3, it was very, very evenly matched. I think you were 1 point ahead. It was 8-7 to the A-Force. But then that 1-7 Sun Cinemas was just devastating from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's a really good tactics card. I've not used it before. Ron, as I said, has used it against me. And I can see why he takes it now.
Yeah.
Especially on a scenario like that, it's just devastating. For the defenders, I think because of that 7 Suns, Doctor Strange is going to have to be my MVP. Early on in the game, he moved towards Patch Hawkeye, which kept him in the game. He did some shenanigans in the middle of the board, and then right at the end, the 7 Suns as well really helped sort of put the defenders where they needed to be. It was really big. We are going to do another battle report at some point, aren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
I think you're going to come on, and will you be using A-Force again?
Most likely, I'm going to try and stick with them, learn the roster.
That's fair, yeah. For me, I might take defenders a few games to some events or something. I mean, Ron for quite a while has had the top defender spot on Longshanks, but I think I might have to try and take it off him because they were really good in that. Just really surprised just how much work Hulk and Strange managed to put in together against the A-Force and really, really playing to that attrition playstyle. I think if it had been a more spread out scenario like Riots, it wouldn't have been as bad. It was just maximising those beams, which really hurt against the A-Force, didn't it? So, thank you for the game.
Yeah.
And we'll put a link to your podcast down below. So for those that didn't quite catch it at the start of the video, it's the Throwin Dice Podcast.
Yep.
So we'll put a link to that down below in the description. And hopefully you'll see Grant and me rolling some dice again soon. So cheers to the game.
Cheers.
So guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave any thoughts you have down in the comments below. And let us know if we missed anything or made any mistakes when playing the game. I just want to give a big shout out to all of the supporters of Web Warrior Protocols that have made this all possible, and a big thank you to all of the channel's patrons. The support from Patreon goes towards buying new terrain and buying new models to be painted up to be used on the channel. If you'd like to support the channel through joining the Patreon, you can find a link to it down below in the description, as well as links to all of the channel's social media.